big assignment was just given to South Dakota's Air Force Base. We'll explain coming up.
Plus, we show you what you can expect as concerts return to Levitt at the Falls. Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. Ellsworth Air Force Base just got a major new assignment. It will now be the official home to the new B-21 stealth bomber. These South Dakota Western communities are now beginning to prepare the region to welcome even more members of the military, nearly an extra 3,000 personnel, which doesn't even include families. However, it will still be some time before the B-21s arrive at Ellsworth Air Force Base.
We're not going to be flying B-21s until probably 2027, but I think the construction and investment will begin immediately. I think the Air Force is anxious because it takes a while to build out some of these facilities. South Dakota Senator John Thune says he expects construction to begin this year to help expand the base and other facilities like housing. Last year, the Levitt held no concerts at the Shell. They made do with new programs like Levitt in Your Living Room and pop-up concerts. They're coming back this summer with 40 free shows with performances every weekend. The acts consist of touring bands and local artists.
Coming back into our new normal, what I'm really looking forward to is being back together as a community and being able to build community through music, which is our mission here at the Levitt.
If you don't feel comfortable coming out, you'll still be able to stream the concerts right from your living room. Turning to weather now, hot and dry conditions sticking around here in KELOLAND. But is there some rain on the way? Let's find out with meteorologist Scott Munt.
Oh, yes, there is, and hopefully it holds true as we are watching for scattered storms to develop later this evening across western South Dakota. Try to become a little more widespread as they move in the central and eastern KELOLAND, going through the overnight hours and toward daybreak for tomorrow in eastern KELOLAND. But during the day, hot and dry. Temperatures well into the 90s. We do have a couple of areas that may hit 100. Strong to severe storms this evening and tonight, starting across western South Dakota this evening, and they will march west to east. Dry for this coming weekend as temperatures will warm again to the 90s by Sunday. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thanks, Scott. Sioux Falls police are investigating the robbery of a pizza delivery driver. It happened just after 11 Tuesday night on South Connie Avenue, southwest of 69th and Louise.
Police say the driver was walking to an apartment when a man approached him. The man pulled out a knife and took off with the pizza and a small amount of cash.
Really just kind of a vague description, but the suspect is a Native American man, about 6 foot tall, in his 30s, and was kind of wearing dark clothes.
The delivery driver was not hurt.
Rapid City police are investigating after a dead man was found in the eastern part of the city. Shortly before 9 o'clock last night, officers were called to an area west of the fairgrounds for reports of an unresponsive person on a small island in Rapid Creek.
Officers arriving on scene found a man dead. Rapid City police worked with Pennington County Search and Rescue to recover the man. We're learning more about an incident that brought the Vermilion Fire EMS department to the USD campus. Shortly after 5 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, crews responded to a fire alarm at the Lee Medical Building.
Crews investigating found light smoke and the smell of something burning. Firefighters say further investigation revealed that belts had burned up on an HVAC unit, which created the smoke. No one was hurt. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
Okay, lots to talk about here. Let's go first to the severe weather outlook map. That does include Pierre, Rapid City, and that enhanced risk level. Enhanced days are not as numbered in the summer. So when you get a day like this or an evening like this, you're definitely going to be want to be weather aware and make sure that you're plugged in on information about damaging wind and hail. Even a conditional tornado threat initially in the far west, but I do think it's mainly hail and wind. The threat level does decrease toward Interstate 29, but it's still there. Mainly because of the timing. These storms are going to take a long time to get to Sioux Falls. We first start with the heat advisory, the hot day today, close to 100 in many locations, a couple degrees shy of that maybe in Sioux Falls. Then those are the thunderstorms. They'll start up there 8 to 10 o'clock this evening in the west, and then they'll congeal into some line structure. Now, is it going to be a solid line or is it embedded pockets within that? I think it's probably safer to say that, but that looks fairly, at least right now, filled in on FutureCast at 3 in the morning. The timing on this, of course, as this thing pushes east, it's going to be moving pretty quickly, but you get underneath some of these spots, these hot spots on radar, the rain will be coming down in sheets. I think it's pretty safe to say that. But the question is, how much rain will we actually get out of this? And at this point, the perspective we would have is that, you know, going into this, we're running about half of what we should have for this time of the year. What makes that problem worse, though, in the east, it's all this hot weather we've been having lately. So can we replenish some? Yes. Conservative look at that would be on this look at FutureCast. The European model is suggesting 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Again, pockets heavier. This, though, model number 2, which is a little bit more of what we call a high-resolution short-term model, which is going to look more into the individual storms. And yes, it does try to dump 1 inch of rain in a few spots. I think I can buy into that, but I also want to be careful that certainly not everybody's getting 1 inch of rain tonight. That would not be our forecast here at this point. What we do see, though, today is the hot weather, the 100-degree heat. And then the next part of this equation, of course, if we get rain tonight, that gets us a little reset button, but then we got to look at that and that 90-degree heat. So for lawn watering, your gardens, and then really, most importantly, for those in agriculture looking at this scenario, that's a tough stretch of hot weather. That does induce a lot of stress on corn, soybeans, and all the other crops. So we'll be mindful of watching this, see if something will change. If we can weave in any chance of rain, we'll start letting you know about it. But right now, it looks like it is going to surge to probably close to 100 by the middle of next week, once again in many areas. So that's a lot of heat to deal with. Find out more details on this scenario for weather online with our Storm Center update at KELOLAND.com.